He's a demon from hell, who can help desperate people fulfill 3 wishes, but the price is sacrificing your soul after 10 years. Even so, many people still seek him out to make a deal. This street musician was busking on the sidewalk, when suddenly some punk snatched his tip box. The man cursed and chased after him, but accidentally fell into a deep pit. When he came to, he found himself lying on an airplane. Across from him sat a smiling middle-aged guy. The man told him he was a messenger from hell, who could help him fulfill 3 wishes, the price being his soul in 10 years. If he agreed, they'd sign a contract. If not, he'd send him back to the pit to die. The man thought back on his failed life. To chase his musical dreams, he'd given up a stable job, left his wife behind and struggled on his own. Now he was old with nothing to show for it. He couldn't think of a reason to refuse, so he made 3 wishes. He wanted youth, success, and endless wealth. After he signed the contract, he found himself lying in a hospital. His appearance had returned to what it was 30 years ago. From then on, the man changed his name to Jack. He became unstoppable in the music world, living it up with youth, wealth, and success. He quickly became one of the country's top musicians. One day, a letter shattered his peaceful life. It was a soul collection notice from the demon. The 10-year deal had come due. The demon would collect his soul in 6 days. This left Jack in complete panic. Faced with everything he now had, he wasn't about to give up his soul without a fight. So he armed himself and decided to go to war with the demon. But the older man had already seen right through Jack. He told Jack he wasn't the real demon, that he was just like him, someone who had also made a deal with the demon. He deeply regretted selling his soul. After saying this, he turned and jumped off the rooftop. Jack reached out trying to save him, but the man still plummeted from the incredible height. Freaking out, he rushed home, and burned the contract he'd signed with the demon 10 years ago, hoping to pretend the whole deal never happened. But when he opened the jar the next day, he found the contract had reappeared completely intact. Jack totally lost it. He started trashing everything to blow off steam, yelling for the demon to show himself right now. Just then, the doorbell rang. A man appeared at Jack's door. The guy pulled out a death notice and tossed it to Jack, and told him the previous man was one of his agents. Jack realized the person standing before him was the real demon, so he opened his treasure chest, filled with all kinds of demon fighting gear he'd collected. He grabbed some exorcism salt and threw it at the demon. The demon casually picked up the salt and popped it in his mouth, telling Jack he wasn't just any ordinary ghost. Jack then pulled out a talisman and dabbed some liquid on it, and slapped it on the demon's forehead. While they were talking, the demon triggered a mechanism, and fell into a secret room Jack had set up. A huge basin of holy water drenched the guy, but none of this had any effect. The man quickly appeared behind him. Jack was completely stunned. The man said he'd only come to give him a heads up this time. In 3 days, he'd be back to collect Jack's soul. Then he casually walked away.